My name is Mrs. Murray, and this is my true life story. On that fateful Saturday morning, my husband woke up and told me that he was traveling, that he had an appointment, and he dressed up, and I escorted him to the corridor where he left, and I hugged him. I was still at the corridor. Immediately my husband left, not quite long, I was still at the corridor. The next thing, a stranger came. When the stranger came, I was surprised because I was on call. I had to drop the call. I was surprised. I asked him, "Who are you?" He said he's a technician, a plumber, that my husband sent him, that there is a leakage in the house. I told him, "Oga, sorry, check the next compound. It's not here because there is no leakage in the house, and my husband did not tell me such thing." He said, "No, madam, call your husband. Your husband told me that I should come, that there's a leakage in the house, I should come and repair it." I was like, okay, since he said I should call, that means it's genuine. I called, and the network was bad and it was not reachable. So I told him to hold on, let me go inside and check if there is really a leakage in the house. So I went in. He was still in the corridor waiting for me. I went in, I checked. To my greatest surprise, I saw a leakage, and that made me to believe that yes, my husband really sent this technician. So I happily went out to him. I told him, "Oga, I have seen a leakage in the house, please come." He said okay. He was so happy. He joyfully followed me. I went to the bedroom where the leakage was. I showed him, and he started working on it. So I left him. I came back to my phone because I was on call with my friend. I came back, I picked the phone, I started my call again. I didn't even think of going to stay with him, watching what he was saying. I was just reluctant. I was just so, carried away by the call. I started talking to my friend again. I was on call. I talk and talk and talk and talk. A few minutes later, like an hour later, I was like, let me just go inside and check, because I wasn't hearing any noise again. I said, let me go inside and check. Getting to the bedroom, I didn't see the guy. I called Oga. No one was hearing. No, he wasn't even answering. I was like, okay, maybe he left the bedroom. He went to check the other one. Maybe that's what my husband told him to do, to check everything in the house. So I went everywhere. I searched, I called, no one. I came back again. Do you know what I noticed? This guy has collected my purse, worth 100,000 naira inside it. He even carried my husband's CPU. I was like, what is going on? I said, okay, maybe my eyes are deceiving me. My head is not really calmed down because I'm already tense. I said, let me check. I checked again. My purse, the 100,000 naira was inside. The CPU was not there. Like, the guy has disappeared with those two things. I began to scream. I began to shout for help. I started calling the neighbors. I was shouting, screaming. The next thing I was like, okay, let me call the police. I called them, and there was nothing they could do because they don't even know the guy. There's no trace. There's no way to find him. I was like, God. I started crying. I started shouting. I lost my purse and I lost my husband's CPU. Because of what? Carelessness. And I wasn't security conscious. It has happened to me. It happened to me. This is a true life story. And I want to use this opportunity to advise everyone out there to be aware, very aware of all these technicians, both plumber, electrician, mechanic, any of them that will come to your house, that will tell you that your husband sent them to you, or you even invite them and tell them to come and check something. Always try to be security conscious and watch them closely when they are walking. Be with them when they are walking. Don't leave them. Don't be carried away. Even if your husband sent them and you're calling your husband, the number is not going, try to tell them to go and come back when your husband is around. Please, it happened to me, and I wouldn't want any other person to experience it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learn from this my terrible experience. And don't forget, keep watching our videos and subscribe. Hit the notification button for more interesting videos coming your way. Thank you. And don't forget, every week we have new videos coming your way. Thank you and God bless you.